Welcome back to another property episode, folks, and I would just like to share with you a little something about me personally. I have noticed that many of you guys are very concerned about the tail light, okay, and I promise I'm going to get that fixed soon. But wait, it gets better. Not only is my tail light squigged, but I just squigged neighbor Daryl's tail light right here on the trailer that I am borrowing for today's video. I just busted that thing out right here on a dog box. Of all things, that dog box apparently is made out of titanium, because when I hit it this morning backing this trailer up, the tail light just exploded. So needless to say, we are off to a fantastic start this morning. You guys are probably wondering why we are borrowing neighbor Daryl's trailer. Well, actually, you're not wondering why, because you've seen the title and the thumbnail, so you already know what happened in this video, but I'm glad you guys are here to see the process. So, a couple weeks back, you guys will remember, we actually found a cool little four-wheeler on Facebook Marketplace. Now, it was listed for $3,000. We bought it because we needed a four-wheeler for the property. We knew that. If you guys don't remember how that video went and how it ended specifically, here's a little recap of that.
As far it runs good. Rear axle, I think it's the right rear. It's clicking.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Oh my Lord! I do hear that back end ticking a little bit. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get her on this thing. She gonna need a little bit of work. So yeah, we're still gonna try to get that four-wheeler fixed. No worries there. In fact, we're gonna get it fixed. But more importantly, we set a 5,000 like goal in that video. And if you guys hit that 5,000 like goal, then we would go get this crazy vehicle that I found on Facebook Marketplace. Well, you guys smashed the goal. You loved that video, and all you guys wanted to see what the special vehicle was. All I can tell you guys is it does fit on neighbor Daryl's utility trailer. Let's get in the trucks. We've got a long drive ahead of us, and we're gonna explain a little bit more about this vehicle, why we're getting it, what it's gonna be used for on the property. Anyways, let's hope today's Facebook Marketplace purchase goes a little bit better than last time. It's always a fun day when you get to drop a cool $100 at the gas pump before you've even started your journey. It's just freaking awesome. So guys, the story on how I found this actual mini truck, this Japanese mini truck, I found it just on a complete whim. It was a complete accident. I was looking for four-wheelers, I was looking for ATVs, and this thing popped up. I mean, just look at this thing. It looks like something that is, it's either out of a movie or it's just not real in general. So this one's actually a 2000 Suzuki Carry mini truck. That's what the thing says. But actually, I found out through a little bit of Googling, this thing is actually Japanese, okay? So it's Japanese made. It's actually imported from Japan to here. And the reason how I know that is because once me and the guy were chatting a little bit, we were kind of talking about price, talking about where to meet, all that good stuff. Then he sent me some more pictures, okay? So he sent me a second round of pictures that I didn't see on the original post. So I'm scrolling through, blah, 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 and all of a sudden I realize the wheel is on the wrong side. Like it's, the driver's side is on the right side of the cab. And instead of in America, you know, we have it on the left side. So this thing is legitimately Japanese. It's just, how do you even drive a car on the wrong side like that? And I think it's a manual, which means I have to shift with my left hand while driving with my right hand. It's going to be freaking interesting. Now, I don't know just how mini this truck is yet. I mean, I think it's gonna fit on this trailer, but I also just looked it up and it's like, the bed's like 7 feet long, but the cab is tiny. So I really have no idea what to expect here, but let's get back on the road. I'm starting to get excited. I know you guys are too. We're almost there. Woo, boys, we've been on the road for a while. I don't know what it is about driving long distances. Even though I'm excited, it still kind of got me a little tired. I'm ready to get out of the truck, but we're pulling into a Bass Pro Shops now, of all places. That's where the guy wanted to meet. I guess there's a Bass Pro kind of out here on the highway, so we're almost there. This truck's not gonna be hard to see. We should be able to see it from a mile away. Let's find this beautiful piece of machinery. Oh man, it took me to the back. Oh, it squigged me. Oh, hold on, we're gonna have to do a little whoop-de-doop here. Floop-de-doo. All right, what do you see, Andrew? Talk to me.
Not seeing anything.
Oh God, I don't see it. Maybe he might not be here yet. He said he was going to get here about the same time that I was going to get here, so he might just be pulling in now too. Guys, we just saw the mini truck. It's just pulling in right now. Look how small it is, dude. You can really tell how small it is, like when you see it being pulled behind a regular sized truck. Check this out. Oh my God. It's so small, it's so cute, but it's so freaking awesome at the same time. How's it going, man?
How about it, man?
Not too bad. I'm excited about this, man.
It's a little muddy, but it was up at the camp.
I ain't even worried about it. It's even better for what I'm gonna be using it for.
This is the lock and pulls.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. Yeah. So this is what actually makes it four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
These locking hubs.
Yeah, it's got 4 low and 4 high.
Okay. So how does? Can you show me real quick?
Yeah,
how
it
that
has
works?
it on there.
Oh, okay. You can see it.
Yeah,
All
there's
right.
lock right there, and that's free.
Man.
You know, like I said, it's a little muddy. but,
Look how small it is inside there. I love
it's
it.
got a brand new radio in it.
Oh, nice. Oh, dude, I see the speakers. Yeah, that's awesome.
The radiator used to be up under the seat right here.
Yeah.
But like going through the woods and stuff, we were scared sticks was gonna
Oh,
break it.
sure, yeah.
So we mounted it back here.
I saw that
and
on
it's
one
got
of
an
the
electric
pictures.
fan on it too.
Okay. Do you have to cut that on
Yeah,
manually?
Yeah, just turn it on
Okay.
right there.
So whenever you're running.
And
yeah.
these two switches right here, that's all the LEDs
The
on the
lights.
top.
Okay. One of them points front. One of them goes back.
Yeah, the 2 light bars point forward and the little pod points back.
Yeah. This is awesome. I love how it's got a long bed on it though, you know? Like it's a tiny truck, but then it actually has a long bed. Listen to that baby purr. What kind of motor is in it? You know?
I know it's a Suzuki Carry, so I'm sure it's a Suzuki motor, but it's a little 3-cylinder.
Right. So pedals are still the same. I noticed that the steering column was on the other side.
The shifter's still the same too. First to be over there.
Okay.
And this is your 4-wheel drive. Down is 2-wheel drive. 1 up is 4 high, then neutral, and then 4 low.
Okay.
Radio works.
Dude, that's so awesome, man.
Speedometer works. The heater
awesome,
works.
Dude, hell yeah, man.
The AC don't work.
Dude, that's awesome, man. This is a beauty, man. It's freaking awesome. Yeah, I was gonna say, man, you don't mind pulling her off, and oh yes, this is the best decision I've ever made, I think. I'm gonna have a fun time learning to drive a manual because I already don't know how to, and now it's on the wrong side, so it's gonna be extra fun. Do what?
You want to get in already?
No, I'm gonna say, oh yeah, you can ride me around if you want. Yeah, man. Show me oh, it's not even, it's like, it's small, but it's not even tiny small.
No.
Like you got 2 grown men in here, not bad at all. How'd you get used to driving on that side of the
It took me a second at first. When I first got in, I thought being you were sitting on this side, like first would be over here.
Yeah, that's what I would think too, but
so
they kept it regular though.
Yeah, when I got in, I put it in third and tried to go and stall it out.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting.
But I mean,
this thing rips, man.
Yeah, I just filled it up Sunday when I went up to my hunt camp.
Yeah. Dude, heck yeah, man. This thing is freaking awesome. This thing is sick, man. You see how fast we were going? We were ripping around, man.
I've had it up to 60 kilometers, but I mean, whatever. I'm guessing that's somewhere around 40 mile an hour speed.
Oh, it's kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
It's not even miles per hour on the dash. That's hilarious.
Want to load it up?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, I'll get you the cash. You load her up, and yeah, man, let's get this thing back home. Guys, it goes without saying, this is one of the coolest vehicles, like outdoor vehicles, I have ever seen. But we've got to get this thing back to the house. I would love to show you guys the ins and outs of this thing right now in this parking lot. I'd love to rip around, but the reality is, I want to get this thing back home in the privacy of our own yard, basically. That way, when it becomes public knowledge, I don't know how to drive a stick, and I'm just a big clumsy guy. Only you guys will see it, nobody else. So we got this thing trailered down, got our winch down real good. The only thing left to do, get it back to the property. Let's go. All right, folks, we let her sit overnight. Once we got back home, it was pretty much nighttime at that point, so we didn't want to rush it. Let her sit on the trailer overnight. But first things first, we got to get this thing off the trailer and drive it around some. Just kind of test and make sure that I can drive this thing.
Yep, go for it.
So I am now in reverse, Andrew. I can't see behind me. Are the front wheels straight at least?
Right, you're good.
So give me a little advice for somebody that's never driven the stick. Well, I have a little bit when I was a kid, but I want to apply a little gas and let off a little bit of clutch.
That's it.
Is that pretty much?
Pretty much, yeah. And you just gotta find the balance.
God, I feel like I'm just gonna crash right into something. Oh, dude, that's not bad. Okay.
I see you.
Let's freaking go. I didn't even stall it out.
Yeah.
You want to ride?
Sure, dude.
Hop on in. Don't mind that carburetor.
No.
Just move that right on out of the way. Okay, so we now want to get her in first gear. Oh God, I probably shouldn't have to do it that hard. Oh, dude. Almost stalled. Oh, I stalled. Darn. No, I brought her back. I got her back. So she just needs more gas, right?
That's what it seemed like.
Oh, there it is. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Let's try this again. First gear. There we go.
There we go.
Dude, you said it right. There's a balance. All right. Let's try to do a gear shift here in a second. I don't know if I did it. Kind of feels like it's in neutral now. let's just put her in neutral and just ride her down for a little while, you know? Let's not worry about being in a gear. Let's just work on the capability of this thing. Dude, I kind of shifted the gear.
Yeah.
Did I do it right?
I think so.
Oh! Dude, I just want to apologize for the brain damage that you're suffering right
It's
now.
all good.
You got to remember, I'm not a stick driver here. This is all brand new to me. This whole shifting with the left hand thing is actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. See if I can come to a stop. Oh wow, the brakes are not that great, by the way, just in case you guys were wondering. The brakes, it's more of a slow down type thing than it is a stop. That's what I just learned right there. All right, this is our first little taste of off-road here, and it's not even really off-road. It's just kind of driving through my field. By the way, guys, just to kind of talk about the property a little bit, there's a lot of things I didn't explain in the first couple of videos. So the field that I'm driving through right now, this field, it's a peanut field or a cotton field, depending on what season, you know, we're in for the farmers around here. But this year, me, Daryl, and Mr. Neal are gonna keep this as like a dove field, okay? Now we're gonna do a bunch of other stuff too, but they wanna keep planting peanuts and then overturning peanuts. It's really good for dove, it really brings them in. So that's kind of the purpose of this area. But I've also got a bunch of other ideas for the back of this field, like possibly a racetrack. I mean, just there's a million ideas, but just to kind of give you guys an idea, that's what we're gonna be using this front piece of the property for. So guys, this is the part of the field that I was talking about when I was saying we could like build like a giant racetrack. It's already kind of shaped like a big square or an oval, you know? So like a go-kart track, you know, I know Flair did like a dirt bike track. I don't ride dirt bikes, but I'd love to do like a go-kart track or something like that. So just one of the many possibilities that this property has on it. Oh boy, we're going down the trails, Andrew. You better have your, neither one of us are wearing seatbelts, just like a bunch of freaking idiots.
We don't need it.
But it's fine, we got this. We are going 5 kilometers an hour, so however fast or slow that is, somebody convert that for us real quick. Okay, this is our first kind of big hump right here. Oh! Bro, you good? Dog? I'm so sorry. Dude, I am so sorry.
It's all good.
This thing just, it does not want to stop, man. This is where things start to get sketchy, kids. Oh, yes. Dude, she's doing great, man. The brakes are just a little wonky. Let's go down here just so we can get a nice, easy place to continue here and maybe turn around. Ah! Dude, we should not be hammering this truck this hard, this early.
Oh, no.
I'm so scared I'm gonna break it. Just like the stinking four-wheeler. All right, let's see how my backing up skills are. There's a tree right there. Let's not hit that. Oh, God. Look how close I got to the tree. Woo! Oh, boy. She's slinging a little bit, isn't she? Oh my God. Oh no! I think we're stuck, Andrew. Already.
We might be.
Well, by God, we've got a winch. What in the world's going on here? We got stuck in like 2 seconds. we've got the four-wheel drive lock. So we can flip the hubs up front. And let's see if we can, if that actually works. He said the little lock-in hub four-wheel drive thing works.
Let's try it.
All right, so he said we just twist this. Boom. I think that's it. Maybe I should back us up a little bit. Get us out of these ruts. Oh, there it is. I found it. Dude, we are just like ripping right now. Just hang on, kids. Just hang on, Andrew. We got this.
We made it.
Oh, and I made a shift during a maneuver.
Dang.
Let's go, baby. We're getting somewhere. Well, I'm guessing the four-wheel drive must be working because we got out of there.
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, so she's not like super duper capable, but pretty capable, I think, right?
Pretty capable. Yeah, we'll say pretty capable.
Pretty capable. I love you. This thing is a beast, man. It freaking starts up no matter what you do.
Yeah, it's a beast.
You're like, yeah, it's a beast, but not in a good way. There we go. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh. Oh, it's so like top heavy too, like front heavy, you know?
Yep.
Which makes sense. I mean, the motor is in the front, so what's going on with your door over there?
I don't
guy?
know. It's like it's trying to come open.
It's like wiggled its way open. Yes, Andrew, just hang on, buddy. It's all gonna be okay. Yeah! Let's go. I just had to switch it to 4 high. I think with those locking hubs, I'm actually not sure. You might have to put it, like engage the four-wheel drive on the truck too. I thought he said you didn't, but I could have just misunderstood what he said. Now this area right here, folks, we kind of talked about it a little bit during that first video because it's such a beautiful area. Now we're actually thinking we might build the house right here. As I mentioned in that first video, we were thinking about building our dream house on this property eventually, you know, not anytime soon, but this would actually be a wonderful location for that. It's so beautiful. It's so open. There's so many trees. So I know that's kind of a boring aspect of the property where I might put my future house, but just something to think about. You know, it's right here by the road. It's right by my old house too, so it's kind of cool. Still close to neighbor Daryl, all that good stuff. Speaking of neighbor Daryl, man, we need to go pay him a visit and see what he thinks about this whole thing.
We do, I agree.
Oh, put her in third, all smooth and shit. Look how fast these things can go, man. We're in 4th gear, baby. We're cooking right now.
Dang, dude, that's crazy.
We're going 40 kilometers an hour. I don't know how fast that is. I'm not gonna go any faster than that, I can tell you that. Not the first time, especially not with the brakes doing what they're doing. Right on cue, here's neighbor Daryl. I cannot wait to get his opinion on this.
Driving on the wrong side of the road.
I know. Let me tell you, man, driving on the right side of a vehicle is the weirdest thing. And it's a manual, so I have to shift with my left hand. Yeah. What do you think?
I like it. I like it.
This guy completely like rebuilt it though. He did a bunch of stuff to the motor. He replaced.
Mud on there, his.
It's a little bit of both actually, because I just took it over to the property and we almost got stuck in about 2 seconds. But we hit the 4-wheel drive and all that stuff works still, so we got right out of there. But yeah, he painted it. He put that's a radiator that he removed from the motor, the front of the motor, and moved it back there so it wasn't getting hit on stuff.
That's your battery?
Battery.
Is it strapped down or is it just bouncing?
It's just bouncing, but we should probably strap that down. One thing at a time, Daryl. You know, we just got this thing.
Yeah, you might need that battery in that thing. Yeah,
that's a good point.
Yeah. Don't strap something down. Let it be your cameraman, not your battery. If he falls out, ain't that big a
He
deal.
almost fell out earlier. I hit a bump and man, woo, yeah. It's so cool. It's so much smaller than I even thought it was though. It's like a miniature. It's a toy almost,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it works, you know?
You know, that was before the side-by-sides come out.
Right,
And that
right.
was kind of like between the four-wheeler and then they went to that.
Yeah.
And then the side-by-side.
Yeah, we're just joyriding her around a little bit, you know, trying to test her out. I got the shifting part down, I think, but
Normal like up is 1, down is 2,
Yeah,
over 3.
yeah.
How many gears it got?
oh gosh, it's a 2000. Oh, how many gears does it have? It's at 4 and then reverse. Yeah. Yeah, we just had it in like 4th gear on the highway. We're going like 30, 40 miles an hour. So I think it can go like 60 or 70. Cool. You think it's going to be a good work truck though for the property? Maybe?
Yeah, if it'll pull its weight. I was a little concerned about them skinny tires on there.
Yeah, well, that's one thing we had said in the video is that we might try to replace the tires and go bigger. Might even
Wider,
try to
at least.
lift. Yeah, wider tires. They are really skinny. Maybe that's why we were losing so much traction because
Could
of how
be.
skinny the tires were. Trying to pull that much weight because it weighs 2,000 pounds. Wow, that's crazy. It weighs as much as Daryl's buggy. That's great. It's okay, Andrew, don't you worry.
I'll try.
Let's take it down by the pond. Let's do a little once around my small property. Let's just kind of see what's going on down here. I feel like I gotta be careful going downhill, you know? This thing is so top heavy. All right, so first impression of the truck. 1, it's freaking awesome. 2, it's freaking awesome. But seriously though, this thing has got so many features that I want to talk about, so many things that guy did to it to make it better. So big shout out to him for making this thing so like off-road capable. I mean, we just showed you guys, I mean, 4-wheel drive works. We know the winch works. Maybe this thing needs some bigger tires, and maybe it needs some modding in general. In fact, let's take this opportunity in this video to say, guys, hit 5,000 likes on this video. Let's mod this thing out, okay? Let's try to improve it somehow. Let's wash it, clean it up, throw some bigger, wider tires on there. Something like this, like on my John Deere, my Gator or something. We could look into a lift. We could look into like a CB radio. We just realized the horn doesn't work, so we could put like a train horn on this thing. There's so many funny, cool things we could do with this vehicle. It's kind of staggering. Radio station we got here. I don't know how to adjust it. Oh boy. How do you adjust it, Andrew? Got some static. Oh, there you go. Once you hit that 106.7. Oh, or that. Yeah. There it is. So this guy, he did so many mods to this truck. We've already kind of gone over some of them, but putting the radiator right here, to me, is so smart. So correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't the radiator like normally go, it normally goes in the front, right? Like the front up underneath almost?
Yeah, normally, yeah.
Like with ATVs and 4-wheelers, it's just kind of what I'm seeing. So I guess his rationale was you hit a lot of stuff. You know, your front end, your front bumper is gonna hit a lot of stuff, so it could be damaged. So he just moved it to the back, which I think is a great idea. Daryl was quick to point out that we need to strap this battery down before it goes flying out of the bed, which would be an incredibly smart thing to do, especially because these side panels and the bed can come off. Like all this stuff can come off. The fact that there's a radio in here is just the coolest thing ever. I'm not sure if you guys heard us jamming out on that last scene, if we could leave it in due to copyright or not, but we were jamming out. He's got 2 duals, like 5.5-inch subs right there. I mean, just beating down the block. He installed this little fan that's connected directly to the battery, so you can cut that thing on anytime. I'm getting a theme here with these older vehicles that the people are having to install fans, so I'm guessing overheating is an issue. These light bars that he installed are so stinking cool. He's got a light that goes back and a light that goes to the front. Oh wow, it was just a hard switch to hit. Yeah, I got LEDs in the front, LEDs in the back, like in the bed if you're doing something back here. Dragging a deer out, whatever. Like we said, the winch does work, as you guys can hear. And we've got an extra carb, so if anybody wants to buy a carb for a 2000 mini truck, holler at your boy. All right, folks, like I said earlier, 5,000 likes in this video, and we are gonna take this thing, clean it up, mod it out with whatever the best ideas that I see, or, you know, kind of just whatever we need to do, because there are definitely some things we need to do. Also, I want to hear your other mini truck ideas. Now, we've got a ton, so I'm not gonna like spoil them, but I mean, there's truck camping possibilities. There's, you know, survival challenges with it. There's all sorts of like me and AO and Norm like doing, you know, scavenger hunt challenges on the property. And we all 3 would have a vehicle. Now I have 3 different off-road vehicles. We've got the 4-wheeler from Facebook Marketplace that we are gonna fix. We've got the mini truck, and then we've got my John Deere Gator. So we've got 3 of those, a lot of possibilities there. We could try to take this thing down the river and go fishing in it. There's a million things we could do, but I wanna hear from you guys. What do you guys want to see us do with this mini truck? Anyways, folks, thank you for clicking on this video. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully you guys subscribe. Hopefully you're smashing the thumbs up button anyway, just because you like this content. Anyways, folks, I love you. I'm out of here. See you next time.